It's Sunday night, cowboy, and I tell you what, we are here one more time, SimPro racing and playing in the dirt here like we do here on Sunday nights. In the house with us calling the action is Brett Wheeler, Justin Rose, now Michael Keaton along for the ride tonight. I'll tell you what, let's take it back up to the booth here and get things started. Here are Brett Wheeler, Michael Keaton, and Justin Rose now.
Yeah, thanks, Cowboy, and man, it's good to be here tonight, and want to welcome Michael Keaton as well. Michael, welcome, mate.
Thank you, Brett. Good to be here. Looking for a good race tonight here. Been watching these guys, Brett, and James Eden looks mighty fast right now.
Yeah, just going to make my way into the server now, and standing in pit road for another week. Justin, welcome, mate.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Brett. I'm looking forward to watching the action here on this quite small track here. It's actually 1/5 mile, Brett.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting night here tonight at Belclair, I think we're at. So I'm just going to make my way into the server right now, and I believe the guys are going to go qualifying very, very shortly. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to take out the quick time for tonight's race, and just try to see if we can get an update.
Yeah,
on
I've got it, Brett.
there.
I'll tell you, James Eden's with Team DVAP and teammate Logan Seavey right now are sitting in the top three there, and Christopher Bell just slipping his Austin Brown team car into the picture here with an 11.350 in practice. Keep in mind this is practice. And Justin, I tell you, things are starting to get a little antsy out here on the track, aren't they?
Well, things are certainly going to be interesting tonight, Mike and Brett, just because the fact is this track is a 1/5 mile track. It's actually one of the smallest dirt tracks in America. These are actually the fastest class of cars they actually race here at Belclair Speedway. And I got to say, with it being such a small track and all these guys here, tempers are going to flare tonight and some sparks are going to definitely fly, guys.
Yeah, you're not wrong, and it's going to take a lot of patience to win tonight's 30-lap main event. And just quickly, just going to touch down on the top 5 guys in points is Bo Brunig with 14 starts, no wins at 8 top 5s. He's the current leader with 654 points. In second spot is Gary Maguire, 92 points behind him, also with 4 starts but 3 wins and 4 top 5s for Gary Maguire, so he's sitting second in points. The high side hustler, Nick Cooper, is sitting there in third points, 209 points, and 3 less starts behind Gary Maguire and Bo Brunig. So Nick Cooper's sitting there in third. And you go back to Christopher Bell, who's really been on a hot streak as of late. 9 starts, 4 wins, so he's almost averaging half his starts wins. So let's see if Christopher Bell can pick up his 5th win here tonight if he's in the serve. I'm not sure if he's in the serve, but he's sitting 4th, and James Eden is sitting there equal 4th. Along with Christopher Bell on 417 points.
Brett, it looks like these guys are starting to get their cars back into pit road. It looks like we're about to go qualifying here.
Yep, just opening up the R-Factor game now, so let's hope we can just hold off for about a minute or two while I finally get my backside into the server a little bit late running this morning, so that's obviously the guys here at ETV Live wasn't sure I was coming in, but I was always going to come in, was never going to back out.
Good to have you along for the ride, Brett. Can't wait to get this thing fired up. Tell you, Justin, this track right here, I saw a lot of guys racing that high line. Is that where the speed's at?
It seems to be the fast way around for a lot of these classes here. The fast line's right up on the fence just because this is such a small track. Momentum is everything. But once it slicks off here come feature time, look for that bottom to come in. That'll be another avenue for guys to get around each other on the track.
Yeah, you say that's an interesting point there, Justin. Obviously, the guys can run the top end and the bottom and certainly come feature time. It's all going to come down to lap traffic, so you've got to be able to set your cars up to run both the top side and the bottom side as well, but the bottom side requires a lot more throttle control than the top side.
Most definitely, Brett. And what I gotta say here is some of these guys that are arriving in late, like Christopher Bell and some of these guys up here in the top 5 in points, they're just getting back from running their real cars. And I found out a bit of news over Facebook over here about the end of last week here, and Christopher Bell actually signed on to drive Rick Ferkel's 410 sprint car in Ohio, and I believe they're going to try hitting some of these bigger races here during the month of money.
Yeah, that's some fantastic news there for Christopher. Obviously, he's ran the midgets a lot, and he certainly has got a lot of talent behind him. And you know, it's nice to see one of the good young up and coming guys get the backing. So obviously, I want to wish Christopher Bell all the best of luck in sprint car racing, and let's hope he can get that first win out of the way very quickly. And looks like I've just been told Christopher Bell sets quick time here, so I can't get into the server. They've obviously locked it down, so I can't get in until qualifying is over, so I'm not sure actually on the time. Justin, you got a time on Michael? You got a time on Christopher Bell there?
It was 10.822 seconds around this 1/5 mile track. Average speed somewhere right around 60 miles an hour average speed.
That's he's really getting up on the wheel, and he's no stranger to these power midgets here over at SimPro Racing. And obviously we want to thank Bo Brenning and Gary Maguire and all the SimPro guys, along with JD and John Westling for turning the cameras here, and all the guys. So I want to thank Justin and also Michael as well. So it's going to be one exciting night here, and qualifying shouldn't be too far away from being flicked over. So we'll try and get a word with a quick time. If that's changed, guys, just let me know.
Brett, I want to point out something to you here. I noticed, I believe it was Gary Maguire, your second place guy in points, qualified second quick. But I'll be looking to get a word from Christopher Bell here as soon as we can here. So Christopher Bell being your Dirt TV Live quick time qualifier of the night, and just hoping to get a word with him here in a minute. Brett, if you want to drag him in the room if possible, or Mike.
Yeah, I'll just try and get Christopher Bell now, so just looking for his name, and there he is, Justin.
Chris Bell, Dirt TV Live, quick time qualifier of the night. Chris, had some big news I seen on Facebook over the weekend. Tell us a little more details on what you guys are planning to do with the Ferkel Circle.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to come up here and race for Rick Ferkel up here in Ohio, and I took it, and it's going to be a great learning experience for me, and I'm excited to see what the rest of the season has for us.
Now, I noticed you coming in late. Do you think that's going to hamper your ability tonight to possibly make it 3 in a row here, or do you have a pretty good outlook, maybe looking to take the win for 3 in a row?
Man, I got a pretty good crew with me. They give me a pretty good racetrack or race car every night, so I think our odds are just as good. We'll see how the night ends up. Always takes a little bit of luck, but I think we got the car to do it.
Alright, Christopher Bell, good luck to you, man. I hope to see you do well here, maybe make it 3 in a row. That was Chris Bell, your Dirt TV Live quick time qualifier of the night. Back to you, Brett.
Yeah, thanks, Justin. Obviously, congratulations there to Christopher Bell and taking in another quick time. So I'm sure come feature time, you're gonna have to listen for that Christopher Bell car, because I guarantee he's going to be somewhere up the front, and he's certainly got his head screwed on, so he knows where he's going. So heat race number 1, not too far away from rolling off, and I was just looking at the points. Not sure if Nick Cooper had qualified or whether he's not in tonight, but he was sitting fourth in points, so Nick Cooper not helping his, by not turning up, it's not going to help his points tally.
Yeah, and Brett too, and Justin also looking at Chris Gearhart also not in the room in this race tonight, and Nick Ringo, who put on a show a couple weeks ago, also not being shown at the racetrack as of yet.
Yeah, and then time will tell if they're not going to turn up, and obviously one man that I want to keep an eye on. He's helped me a lot, with all the commentating stuff and getting all this cert. I want to wish Tyler Burnett the best of luck here tonight as well. I'm sure he's going to put on a show. He's sitting in that Total Performance Racing number 3 car of TPR Scrappy. So heat race number 1 on the grid now. I think Nick Cooper's actually going to come in, but not sure if Nick Cooper's actually going to be racing here. So I think Nick Cooper's not too far away from getting into the server.
Speaking of him, he's another guy I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got planned for this track, Brett. And one thing we can always count on from Nick is putting it right up on the fence and putting on a show. I think, honestly, I think between him and Christopher Bell, I think those two are probably the guys to beat, with probably James Edens somewhere in the mix, man.
Yeah, not wrong. Plenty of guys have got the ability to win this race. You know, you got Ty Burnett, you got Flatten, Eden. Really cool. He could be a sleeper in this one. Then you got, you know, Tyler Thomas, who also runs the midgets in the real life, along with Christopher Bell. Corey Wentz could do something here. Bo Bruni. There's a number of guys here that can take out the feature race tonight. But before we talk about the feature race, we got to go through the heat races first.
You sure do, Brett. I tell you, it only takes 10 seconds to 12 seconds, I guess, an average, if you will, time to get around this track. So these guys are real high, almost touching that wall there, as you see them here warming up. But I tell you, it's going to be hard to pass.
It's going to be hard to pass, and, you know, I'm just going to run through the lineup real quick here. On the pole is going to be Jared Crouch, and on the outside of him in the TPR, number 3 car is Ty Burnett. Starting position number 3 in that 50 Pepsi machine is going to be Bo Brunig. And on the outside of him, in the Budweiser number 7 car, the man that set quick time tonight is Christopher Bell. Starting position number 5 is going to be Chase the Race Ford. I have no idea who that is. Chase Cabrera just been told, there we go, and Justin Sanders, but I believe that is going to be Ricky Sanders. So Ricky Sanders running under his brother's name in Justin Sanders. So guys, 10 laps on the board. Some big names here. You got Ty Burnett, Christopher Bell, Bo Brunig, and Jarrett Crouch. So it's a very, very slow pace. So I'm going to do one more lap before we get the green flag, and who's going to take out heat race number 1? I'm going to say Christopher Bell's going to win it ahead of Ty Burnett and Bo Brunig third. That's my prediction.
You seem to be pretty accurate there, Brett, and I gotta say, it all's going to depend on what happens here when they drop the green here. Depends on how good of a break they all get.
I'm sure Ty Burnett will be looking to get a good start on Christopher Bell as we are green for the first heat race as we go into turn number 1 and 2. Crouch on the bottom. Bo Brunig goes to pull a slide on Christopher Bell and does so. Ty Burnett takes the lead down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Bell drives around Bo Brunig now. Crouch right on the bottom side. So Ty Burnett leads lap number 1, and Christopher Bell is going to start trying to reel Ty Burnett in.
Well, I was mistaken, Brett, about that high line being the only line that works. The bottom looks like it's going to work. Crouch trying to put something on Bell.
Yeah, but Crouch is just slipping back there, and Crouch slips up to the top side in front of Bo Brunig now. Sanders is back there in 5th, and you got Chase sitting there in 6th spot. So Ty Burnett, he's got half a second lead as they enter turn number 4. Coming out of turn number 4, across the stripe, 4 down, 6 to go. This track is very, very tricky. You've got to be careful when you enter turn number 1 or 2, not to enter too hard, otherwise you're going straight into the pits. I've done that before, but Christopher Bell really working the wheels. They come out of turn number 4. He's right on the rear tail, tank on the rear crash bar. Ty Burnett has a push. Bell almost goes underneath him now. Is he going to throw a slide? No, he's not. He's going to continue to run the high line. 4 laps to go for your race leader.
2 huge battles on the track right now. One for number 1 position, the other one for the number 3rd position. Burnick trying to get on Crouch.
Yeah, new race leader is Christopher Bell, and I picked the guys, I'm not sure, I was looking at the battle between Brunig and Crouch, but Christopher Bell is the race leader down the back straight away. 2 laps to go, 2 fingers in the air for Christopher Bell. Ty Burnett sitting there in 2nd spot. We go back to 3rd, it's Jared Crouch. Bo Brunig doesn't look like he's going to have anything as Bo Brunig makes a mistake. And with 1 lap to go, the white flag is in the air for your race leader. We spoke to him before. It looks like we're going to speak to him 2 from 2. He's undefeated for the night so far. Christopher Bell comes out of turn number 4 and will be the first one to grip the checkered flag. Ty Burnett finishes in that 2nd as he comes across the line. Crouch 3rd, Bo Brunig 4th, and Chase is going to finish in that 5th spot. And Sanders, sure what happened to him, he might have done what I said and entered too hot and heavy into turn number 1 and 2 and flipped the car. So Sanders finishes in 6th.
Great racing there in heat number 1, guys. I gotta say, for a while there, Jarrett was actually running the bottom line here pretty good, so I gotta believe that bottom's really going to come in strong for that feature race, and that's probably going to be the best way to get around a lot of these guys, especially if you start deep in the pack.
Yeah, not wrong, and Justin, just Christopher Bell and team speak, and I'm sure you got a quick interview for us.
Alright guys, I make my way down here. I'm standing by the driver, the number 7 Budweiser Midget, Christopher Bell, your quick time qualifier, and your winner of Heat 1. Chris, man, that was some really interesting racing here on this tight 1/5 mile track there. Tell us how hard it was to get around Tyler there with being such close quarters.
Yeah, I really like this racetrack. Actually, it takes a little bit of a wheelman to get around this small racetrack. Just sucks that the bottom wasn't there for the heat race, but I think it will be for the feature, and we should have a pretty good show.
Yeah, Chris, I mean, you know, you being the expert on these things, you run these midgets here, especially a lot in Illinois and a lot of these, you know, power ride tracks and so on. Just tell us what it's like to actually wheel one of these cars around the racetrack.
Man, to be honest, this game actually does a pretty good job simulating what it's like. The only thing that we can't yet seem to get is an accurate cushion of how the cushion feels. But other than that, these SimPro did an awesome job making these midgets, and they're awesome, actually really realistic.
Yeah, Chris, before we get you out of here, you got some guys to thank, sponsors to thank, and just give them all a shout out, man, and good luck to you in the future.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I gotta give a big shout out to Budweiser and the whole Kenny Brown racing crew, Spike and Slinger. They got an awesome engine car combination that give me the best equipment out there.
That was Christopher Bell, driver of the number 7 Budweiser Midget. Chris, again, good luck in the feature as we move on to heat number 2.
Thank you.
There you have it. Thanks, Justin. Congratulations to Christopher Bell taking out the heat race win. So Bell's going to move into the dash along with Ty Burnett. So top 2 guys going to go into the dash. As we see, Nick Cooper is looks like Nick Cooper might be coming in for a set of eyes here. With the admins Gary and Bo Brunig racing, so looks like Nick Cooper is just going to be a set of eyes here tonight. So heat race number 2 is on the grid, and that's been flicked over now. So starting on the pole is going to be Ryan Maguire. Starting on the outside of him is going to be James Eden. Gary Maguire will start in behind his brother. Out of position, number 3. Tyler Thomas in that number 5 machine. Gee, that's a nice looking machine. That one will start position number 4. And it looks like there's meant to be 5. Peyton Pierce is going to be rounding out the back, so I'm not sure who's meant to be starting out of position 5. But obviously we might get that fixed. But nonetheless, it's going to be Ryan Maguire, James Eden, Gary Maguire, Tyler Thomas, Peyton Pierce at the back. So it looks like Peyton Pierce is going to start position 5 in the field up.
Looks like a small field here, Britt.
Yeah, it's obviously due to the small field that they got here tonight. I think they've got about 17 cars here, so looks like Seth Wilkerson was meant to start, but looks like he has missed his heat race, or whether he's not coming back, but nonetheless the pace car goes off the track in turns number 1 and 2. Ryan Maguire and James Eden, they're going to bring him down the back straight away. Ryan Maguire in that 84 machine, James Eden, what's he in, that 52 white and purple machine. Look for Tyler Thomas in that orange 5 as we are green for the second heat race of the night. And Ryan Maguire tries to put a slide job on James Eden as Eden hits the wall. Tyler Thomas already into 3rd, so Maguire, that's Ryan, who's your race leader. James Eden 2nd, Tyler Thomas 3rd. Tyler Thomas knows how to wheel a race car. He goes to the bottom. Is he going to try and come out 2nd down out of turn number 2?
Tell you what, Brett, if you're going to do it fast, you got to do it quick. 10 laps here is all you get. Eden's in the lead. Maguire right behind him. Thomas on the bottom.
Yeah, Eden pulled a slide up on Ryan Maguire. Gary Maguire, who's sitting in 4th. Oh, Ryan Maguire into the wall. Oh, I'm sure that's going to have some danger with Tyler Thomas. He goes into 2nd. Pulls a slide job. There was much of a slide job, but Ryan Maguire tries to come back underneath. Not going to do it. Tyler Thomas slots into 2nd now. Hits the wall in turn number 4. James Eden, your race leader. He's got him covered by 9/10 of a second.
James Edens was one of the fastest in practice. He's showing it here in this heat race number 2. Thomas trying to track him down. 5 to go, Brett.
5 to go. Certainly don't waste time, as Eden had to get on the brakes coming out of turn 2. Oh, this is proving very, very difficult for these drivers. Bill said it takes a real wheelman to run around this joint, but I reckon it takes a lot of throttle control as James Eden is your race leader. With it, his fastest lap is at 11.655. 11.655. So Tyler Thomas now, he goes quicker with an 11.676, quicker than his lap time, but 2.5 to go for your race leader. Can Tyler Thomas reel in James Eden?
Coming out of 2 on the backstretch, Thomas looks like he's reeling him in. A little better than 3 and 4 here. Here comes Thomas trying to make a move on Edens down the front stretch.
Yeah, that's actually the backstretch, but now 1 to go for your race leader, James Eden. Edens, can he hang on? He's got 3/4 of a second lead over Tyler Thomas. James Eden down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4. Thomas goes to the bottom. Oh, Thomas goes around! Oh! Thomas goes around. Ryan Maguire goes through to second. And Tyler Thomas is going to finish third. Gary Maguire fourth. And Peyton Pierce fifth. Wow, Tyler Thomas just ruined himself a chance in tonight's dash.
Wow, I tell you, Maguire did a real good job. Or was that? That was Thomas. Yeah, Thomas did a real good job of getting that car looped back around and finishing third there, Brett.
Wow, you would have thought he was a little bit too far away from James Eden to pull a slide job, but nonetheless, James Eden takes out heat race number 2. I'm just trying to look for him. It doesn't look like he's in the server. Well, yeah, there you go. Made me look stupid as he's in the booth, and Justin, he's standing by heat race number 2 winner.
Yep, standing by heat race number 2 winner, James Edens. James, that was certainly an interesting run there. I know Tyler Thomas was breathing down your neck really heavy there with about 3 to go there. He really tried closing in, but you had just looked like a clean start there. Just got around Maguire, looked like he made a mistake up on the fence, and you capitalized on it, man. Tell us what that was like out there watching all that unfold in front of you.
It was exciting. It was nerve-wracking, too. Didn't know if he was going to get in the wall and take us close out or hold on to it. We just capitalized on his mistake there. Had a good run, good car. And I'd like to give a shout-out to all my...
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there with the microphone there, but it seems like we're cutting in and out here. But I got to say, James, do you think you have what it takes here to win the feature tonight? I mean, it's a pretty stout field of midget drivers at this really tiny track. Are you really sure you got what it takes to hang up there, hang it all up there on the top?
I hope so. I mean, the track's going to be pretty tough, I think. It's going to be nice and fast. It's going to be fun.
All right, I know you got some guys to thank quickly before you get out of here. I know we're up against a break here, so go ahead and give them guys a shout-out, and we'll get you on your way.
I'd like to give out a thanks to all my Team DBAP guys for helping get the setup good and all the support they give.
That was James Edens, Heat 2 winner, and I believe we're going to send it to commercial, so we'll see you back here in a couple minutes.
Do you know where your world is?
I think I found it.
Welcome back, race fans, to ATV Live here at Belclair Speedway, the SimPro Power Ride Midgets, and heat race number 3 on the board now and getting ready. The final heat race of the night, and Corey Wenzel from the True Speed team in that 888 Wenzel Racing machine will start on the pole. Really cool, the cool one will start from position number 2. Logan Seavey's going to start from position number 3. On the outside of him in row number 2 is the door slammer of Ryan Flatten. Position number 5 is Jared McFarlane in that number 9 car, and on the outside of the third row in I think it's a 5 car is going to be RJ Johnson. So 6 guys, 10 laps on the board. Going to be an interesting one here with Wenzel and Rudy Cool on the front row. 2 guys who know how to wheel a race car. It's very, very patient. The first part of this race, and then you're just going to go for it. So Logan Seavey and Ryan Flatten Flatton looks now. I think he was third quick going by the grids here with the inverted 12. So Ryan Flatton, look for him to try and door his way through. I love having a bit of a joke with Ryan Flatton. Obviously runs a lot of late models. And obviously joined the True Speed team not too long ago. So two of the True Speed guys in this one starting in position 1 and position 4. As we are green already, and look at Logan Seavey getting a fantastic start as we went 3 wide as Wenzel and Really Cool make contact. And it's going to be Wenzel and Seavey banging wheels down the back straight away. Oh, look at RJ Johnson pulling the slide up on Flatton. And Flatton had nowhere to go, but just starts to push him out of the way. Wenzel hits it into the wall, and Really Cool is your race leader.
Brett, that was a wild start of the race, and Cole, who got really pushed back at the start, is now your race leader.
I said he could have been asleep as McFarlane almost puts it into turn number 1 and 2 pit entry, but Flatton is in second, McFarlane third, Johnson fourth. Johnson pulls a slide job on McFarlane drives back underneath him, Johnson around, Seavey around. And Wenzel is back there in 6th spot after starting on the front row. So actually Wenzel's now back into 5th, so he's trying to reel in Logan Seavey. Your race leader is the cool one, Really Cool.
Flatton about a half a straight away behind Cole, who's leading the race coming out of on the front stretch here. Flatton trying to put down the time.
Really Cool got this car working nicely on the top side. You can see when they go down the main straightaway, they've got to pull it left and then really throw it in, but almost hitting the entrance of the pit, going into turn number 1 and 2, but Really Cool. Still your race leader, Ryan Flatton, starting to reel Really Cool in. Seavey and McFarlane make contact. This is your battle for the 3rd spot. Seavey now pulls away from McFarlane, but with Really Cool with just 2 laps to go, make that 1.5 as he comes down the back straight away. Oh, Flatton has a moment in turn number 1 and 2. White flag in the air for Really Cool. He knows he's got about 11-12 seconds to hang on. Into turn number 1 and 2. Hits that nicely down the back straight away, throws it into 3 and 4. He's going to take out heat race number 3 and earn himself a dash spot. Ryan Flatton goes to the bottom in turn number 4. He finishes 2nd. Logan Seavey is going to finish 3rd. Jared McFarlane 4th. Corey Wenzel 5th. And RJ Johnson finishes in that 6th spot.
Brett, I know Ryan Flatton real happy with that finish there. 2nd place could have been a lot worse. Had a little bit of trouble at the beginning of this race, but who didn't? 3 wide start this first race right here. So, but Really Cool is going to win it.
Yeah, well, see if we can get a word. We'll send Justin downstairs. So, Justin, believe you're standing by heat race number 3 winner, Really Cool.
Guys, this is a very special interview to me. Standing by here with Really Cool, very, very good friend of mine, still a good teammate of mine. Rudy, good job on battling back there to take the Heat 3 victory. Rudy, what was that like watching all of that unfold? Because I know that was a wild start there in turn 1.
Yeah, I had a little trouble getting off the line when the green flag dropped, but somehow everything just kind of fell my way. I looked for an opening and kind of went for it and got out to the lead there.
Yeah, I noticed it looked like you hung it right up there on the fence as there was a 3-car tangle there right there, and you just were getting ready to rock it back on by Corey Wenzel. Had some unfortunate luck there. But, Rudy, you think you got what it takes here to take the dash and possibly win the feature?
Yeah, I know the bottom is real tricky here, but I reckon if someone can hit the bottom really well, that'll give them a big advantage in these next 2 races.
So, Rudy, what do you think? You got a halfway decent shot at winning the A feature tonight, or you looking for a top 5? What's your goal?
I'm always looking for a win, but if I feel like I can't do it, I'm not going to try and wreck myself out to get the win there.
Rudy, before we get you out of here and get you back to racing here, I know you got some guys to thank. We'll give them a shout out, man. And again, great job, you know, taking Heat 3. That was a tough racer, a lot of action.
Yep. Thanks, Justin. I'd like to thank the whole ETV broadcasting crew and Bo and Gary and the SimPro guys for putting this deal on. And if the guys from Good Sleeve Screen Printing are watching, I'd like to give a shout out to them.
That was Rudy Cool, driver of the number 6 Good Guys Racing Team Midget there. Rudy, good luck, and hopefully we'll see you do well in the feature, man.
Thanks, Justin.
Again, that was Rudy Cool, your heat race number 3 winner. Brett, I got to tell you, I've been watching these guys running this all night, and it looks like that bottom's starting to come in. I got to be willing to say, though, that I got to favor Tyler Thomas and Christopher Bell. They might be looking to run the bottom here all feature long.
Yeah, only time will tell, and you know, Christopher Bell, he's certainly, you know, the class of the field when it comes to midget racing, or any race that he gets to online. You know, he certainly knows how to wheel a race, obviously online and also in real life. But you know, I personally can't go past Christopher Bell. I think he's going to take out 5th feature race, but it's all going to come down to lap traffic and patience as well. So and a whole lot of luck to win here tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. And Mike, you being a virgin to dirt racing, man, I mean, how's this all shaping out to you? I mean, 1 5th-mile track, 18 guys, looking like it's going to be quite an action-filled A feature here once we get around to it.
I tell you, Justin, looking at the lap times here is what's so impressive to me. I mean, you know, 11 seconds. I've even seen some guys hitting the 10-second mark. That's pretty fast around a racetrack. And this being Belclair, it's a small track, so I guess, you know, it doesn't take that much time. But these guys sure are fast, slinging it around these corners, upwards 65 miles an hour. Sure is pretty fascinating.
Yeah, especially with this track being 1 5th mile, I mean, you're not going to see any impressive average speed numbers, but when you're thinking about it, guys, you know, if they're running 10 seconds a lap right around there, you know, they're going to rip off 1 mile every minute, which is a 60 mile an hour average, but, you know, you're talking 5 laps a minute. I mean, a lot of guys are lucky, you know, even at the half-mile tracks to maybe get 2, maybe, you know, 3 laps a minute, you know. We're looking at 5 laps a minute with these guys running, you know, 10, 11 seconds. And, you know, really, the action's going to be fast, it's going to be furious, and I'm looking forward to a great future event from these guys.
Yeah, we're certainly going to be a great feature event. You know, with, I think they're going to do 30 laps, but a lot of patience is going to be required, especially when it comes to lap cars. So let's hope we don't see too many yellows on this small little racetrack, and obviously the yellows could be the downfall with such a tight little track and everyone fighting for position. So guys are going to have to really drive with their brain rather than their foot. Obviously, my old man used to tell me to finish first you must finish. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen within the first couple of laps of this feature race.
Most definitely there, Brett. I got to point out to you, these cars are 900 pounds, you know, about 500 to 600 horsepower, and these guys are going to have a little bit of a trouble here hooking them up on the bottom and so on, with it being such a slick track here, especially as the night wears on. You know, the grip on the clay actually goes away, so, you know, it's going to be really hard and just absolutely near impossible, especially around the bottom here, to get these things to hook up, because you get in that middle there, especially in dirt racing. Track gets to be pretty icy there, so you know, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens if some of these guys just miss their line by, you know, inches.
Yes, and that can determine, you know, either a race win or a second place, or you know, a DNF as well. So you know, it is a game of inches, and it's also a game of making sure that you hit your marks as well. And you know, to do it for 30 laps. You know, there's obviously some sort of achievement, but to do it while being in lap traffic is going to be another thing. So, you know, we always come back to the point of lap traffic being a very big factor into tonight's race meeting. So, obviously, we're not too far from doing the dash. I'm just going to run down and see if we can get a quick word with Bo. So, actually, we might even try and do a couple of interviews, guys. Just let's throw this one out there.
I tell you, Brett, I've been watching Logan Seavey run that bottom groove. Justin, you mentioned earlier that that bottom groove's starting to work, and I tell you, it's going to be fun to see if it does here at the dash.
It looks like we're not going to dash. Looks like we're going into the feature race. Yeah, so looks like it's going to be Logan Seavey who's going to start on the front row. James Eden will start position number 2. Bo Brunig will start position number 3. Ryan Flatton is going to starting position number 4. Position 5 is going to be Gary Maguire. Quick time man, and also taking out heat race number 1 is going to be Christopher Bell. Tyler Burnett will start position number 7. Position number 8 is going to be Ryan Maguire. 9 is going to be the cool one, Rudy Cool. Position number 10 is going to be Jarrett Crouch. 11, Corey Wetzel. Chase Cabray will start position number 12. Position 13, Tyler Thomas. 14, Jared McFarlane. 15, Sanders. RJ Johnson. 16, Peyton Pierce. 17, Batman, who's your pick for tonight's feature?
Tell you what, gonna go to Cool here. He finished first last race, and I tell you, he's got a motor on him. He's sitting real pretty right now in the number 4 spot, or 5th spot, I believe.
Yeah, really cool. It's actually starting ninth. Justin, we'll let you make your quick pick, Lee.
Yep, I'm going to take the number 7 Budweiser, Christopher Bell.
And you're a cheat because that was going to be my pick, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to go to my good friend in Ty Burnett. Let's hope he can bring it home from position number 730 on the board, and we're green for the feature race here at Belclair, and it is Logan Seavey getting a good start. Bo Bruning run on the bottom, he goes underneath Seavey now. Oh, look at the carnage back up pack. We got cars 2, 3, 4. We've also got a car upside down. I'm just going to try and see who it is. It was Ryan Maguire. But the race is still going, and we've got Chase Cabray around in front of the leaders. Oh, look at this, guys. Go back through positions number 10, 11, 12. They are fighting it all over the racetrack. 3, 4 wide in the corners. Slide jobs being thrown. A lot of patience has to be given as, that's Chase Cabray. Just getting lapped by the leaders. Look at the lead up front. Bo Bruning is your race leader. Logan Seavey in 2nd spot. Bo Bruning running the top. We've seen him run the bottom side. Guys, Christopher Bell and Ryan Flatten are out of the event, so that's a big loss for Christopher Bell.
Move over, Seavey. Look over Couch. Couch to the 2nd position as he works on Bruno coming out of 3 here.
Yeah, Ty Burnett sitting Ty Burnett sitting in 3rd. Seavey is sitting back there in 5th now as Rudy Cool gets on by, but the battle up front is Jarrett Crouch and Bo Bruning. Crouch running the bottom, Bruning running the top side. 5 down, 25 to go. Jarrett Crouch is then rolling through the bottom of the corner. Bo Bruning is obviously burning up a lot of fuel and tyres, running the top side. So Jarrett Crouch, is that going to play into his favour? Bo Bruning shuts the door in turn number 3 and 4 and goes to the bottom now. Sanders, he's going to be another lap car that Bo Bruning is going to put down. Guys, Jarrett Crouch and Bo Bruning right on the top, and look at Ty Burnett and Rudy Cool. They are running the top side as Burnett tries to pull a slide job and Sanders the lap car. We got a new race leader in Jarrett Crouch.
Brad, I've been watching Crouch run that bottom line, and Bruning tried to come down there and run it with him, but Crouch a little better down there.
Ty Burnett into the wall. Now he's still in 3rd. He's not too far away from the lead. Bo Bruning goes around Crouch for the race lead. Bo Bruning takes back over the race lead as Crouch goes to the bottom again. Burnett and Rudy Cool, sorry.
I was going to take Crouch is still hugging that bottom. Brunick's still up high. 20 to go here at Belclair.
Guys, I just want to point out one quick second here as Crouch is on the bottom digging to try to take back the lead here. Crouch actually made the mistake and got in that middle where it was icy, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Dustin. Obviously, we didn't see that, but we've seen Bo Bruning drive around Crouch. Obviously, when he got in the slick stuff, and just looking at the times, Bo Bruning is faster than 12.202. Jarrett Crouch, 12.0. 2/10 faster than the top. So the bottom is where it's meant to be. Bo Bruning. Crouch gives him a little push line to say, hurry up, Bo Bruning. This is my race to win. Down the back straight away with 16 and a half to go. Bruning, you're still your race leader. Crouch 2nd, 3rd is Ty Burnett, Rudy Cool 4th, and Gary Maguire round down the top 5.
See what, Bruning trying to make some sort of adjustment to his racing line, taking Crouch's down at the bottom, and as you see, Bruning just continues to pull away from Crouch.
Yeah, not wrong, and obviously Bo Bruning is a very smart driver. Obviously, he would have seen that Crouch passed him on the bottom, so he would have seen that Crouch went by, and he wanted to take that line away from Crouch. So Bo Bruning has thought if Crouch is going to win, he's going to have to go the long way and go around me. But Bo Bruning is pulling away as he now pulls a 12.071. Ty Burnett still consistent in running the top side, hitting a 12.126.
And Cool, Brett, right behind him, trying to run down Burnett. Crouch in 2nd. And then your race leader continues to be Bruning.
Yeah, Bo Bruning with 12 laps to go now, so Just probably only about 2 or 3 minutes more of racing left. It looks like Bo Brunig pulled a wheel stand in turns number 3 and 4, but that could have been the angle that I was on. But Brunig is now pulled away from Crouch and starting to run away with this one, while Ty Burnett is starting to catch Crouch. He's about 1.5 seconds behind Crouch.
Yeah, you got the front two guys. Oh, it's cool. Gets in a little trouble with James Edens, and he takes over the number 4 position.
Yeah, James Eden come from nowhere, not sure where he come from, but man, he's past Gary Maguire, Tyler Thomas, and also really cool. So James Eden is starting to come, but the battle heats up for that second spot. Burnett right on the top side, Crouch on the bottom. We're going to have 8 to go this time by, so can Burnett take second spot? Bo Brunig is absolutely walking away with this one, and looks like he's providing on fuel and also engine where he's going to win this one, but the battle is now between Burnett and Crouch. Burnett on the top side, Crouch on the bottom. 7 to go there, side by side. 1/1000th of a second between the two guys as they cross the stripe.
They continue, Brett, to run side by side here, coming out of 4. Burnett still on the high side, Crouch down low. Burnett takes over the position.
Yeah, Ty's really coming home strong in the latter half of this race. Tyler Thomas, his night is over. 5 laps to go. 5 to go for your race leader, Brunig. Crouch now trying to sneak back by Burnett on the bottom side. Can he do it? Crouch is running on the bottom side, perfect in these last 5 laps. Crouch is going to take back second. Crouch is on the bottom and he's taken back second. Has Burnett got something for Crouch? Now they're still side by side in the turn number 1 and 2 with 4 to go.
Burnett trying to dig those tires in the dirt here. Oh, as he gets a little bit of trouble, but Crouch slides up into 4.
Yeah, Crouch, we've seen him do that before when Bo Brunig drove around him. He got in the middle in the slick stuff, and he done it again and allowed Burnett to drive on by. 2.5 to go, 2 to go for your race leader in Bo Brunig.
Still side by side, Brett.
Yeah, this is going to be a 3-car battle by the time they cross the line. Oh, James Eden makes a big mistake. We focus on the battle. 1 to go for your race leader, Bo Brunig. Burnett right on the top side with 1 to go. He's sitting in second. Crouch is on the bottom. Guys, Bo Brunig is going to walk away with this one as he comes out of turn number 3 and 4. Burnett on the top, Crouch on the bottom. Burnett hits the wall. They're going to come side by side. The ball. It's going to be Burnett. Tyler finishes second, Crouch third, really cool 4th, and James Eden is going to finish 5th.
Wow, what an exciting race between Burnett and Crouch.
Certainly put on a show.
Man, I tell you what, that bottom line, Crouch hugging it ever so softly, and Burnett ever so hard taking that outside line there away from Crouch to get him and there at the end.
That was some impressive racing there by obviously Burnett and Crouch certainly putting on a show, and we'll just see if we can get the other 3 guys now. I'll just try and get the other 3 guys for a quick interview here.
Yeah, looks like Brunig finishing first here. Ty Burnett in second, Jarrett Crouch third, Rudy Cool 4th, and James Edens 5th place is your top 5.
Guys, I do have to point out, though, right there at the finisher with 2 laps to go, it looks like James Edens parked it in the fence and possibly lost his chance there to make the run there for second place. So I gotta say, that was one heck of a battle, though, high and low between Jarrett Crouch and Tyler Burnett. But I did make my way down to the pits here. I'm standing by with your 3rd place finisher, Jarrett Crouch. Jarrett, a lot of interesting racing there. I mean, you really had that bottom hooked up. You're really showing what it was worth there. Describe to us what that was like there, rolling the bottom there.
Yeah, man, I knew Bo was up there that whole time, and this place is really easy to overdrive. So you just really got to be patient. I started overdriving there about halfway through it, so Bo got away, but that was a fun race.
How was the tire wear? It looked like you started either like you said, overdriving, and was it because your tires were going away on you, or what was the deal there?
Yeah, that's what I felt like. The corner up and slow the car way back down.
Yeah, Jarrett, and that was some great racing. That was some of the best racing that we have seen here on ETV Live. That comes really close to the finish for the World 100 there. I gotta say, though, that was one heck of a run from you. But before we get you out of here, man, I know you got some guys to thank. Jarrett, go ahead and give those guys a shout out, man.
Yeah, thanks, Justin. But yeah, I like to thank Christopher Bell. He's the one that helps me with all this stuff. He's a main guy here. He gave me the setup. He's a wheelman and a crew chief. So thanks, Christopher.
That was Jarrett Crouch, finishing third there. But Brett, I know this interview is going to be special for you. You're standing by with Tyler Burnett.
Yeah, thanks, Justin. I am standing by, and this is something I don't do very often, but, you know, I do have the chance to interview second place, and it does happen to be a very, very good and close friend of mine. Ty, congratulations on second.
Yeah, thanks, Brett. It was a good run from 7th. I didn't think I had a car to win it, and I honestly didn't think I had a podium car, but kind of just held my line, ran the top, and I honestly thought that was Christopher Bell on the bottom the whole time. I couldn't see who it was, so I was just real happy to come home with the second place, and I was going to be happy to beat Bell, but I'm happy to beat Jarrett Crouch, too, and a good driver there, too.
Yeah, I think Christopher Bell got caught up in an early race accident there, and you know, obviously not the way that he wanted to finish. But you know, nonetheless, mate, the second place. Talk about wheeling the car. You were on top, running that wall for the entire duration of the race. You know, that's pretty impressive to run 30 laps up there non-stop.
Yeah, I haven't ran many laps in these cars. This is the best finish I've had in these things, so they're a lot of fun, and I want to give a shout-out to you, Bo, and all the SimPro guys. A lot of people complaining about the track over there. This is the best track I've ever ran on, hands down. So, bottom, top, awesome track. Belclair's always been one of my favorites, so it's good to be to get in here to Midget tonight and come home with the second place. It feels pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, and you know, you say it is a good place. You know, we've had many, many fun races at this racetrack, and you know, it's always a fun to come here. But mate, well done on the second place. And before we let you get out of here and do whatever you got to do now, it sounds like you're in a toilet just quietly. But is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, sorry, I don't have my mic plugged in. I just want to give a shout out to all the guys, Justin Rose now, Brett Wheeler, JD, Cowboy, all the guys in the booth that did a good job tonight on the broadcast. It was some awesome racing. Again, Bo Brunig for the track, Power Eye, everybody who made this thing happen tonight. It was pretty awesome, and everyone who basically helps me out. I guess give a shout out to Scrappy. Todd Jones ran his car tonight, so I'm sure I'll send him the link and let him see a piece of this work tonight. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, well, congratulations on putting the TPR Scrappy car sitting there in second, and good luck there. And Justin, I believe you're standing by the feature race winner.
Yeah, this is another special interview for me. Bo, this is your first win of the season here at SimPro, and I got to tell you, man, it was fun to watch you battle it out there with Crouch there for quite a while, and you just seemed to check out on everybody. Bo, I mean, I've been watching you run these things for quite a while. You made me quite proud as somebody who's helped bring you along as a fellow driver. But, Bo, hell of a run tonight, man. Just tell us what that was like battling it out there with Jarrett.
Oh, it was fun. I love Belclair. I had a good battle here a couple months ago with Chris Bell, and I got the better of him that time, and had a good battle here with Jarrett. You know, track was good tonight. You could run the top, you could run the bottom. It was tough. You had to stay out of the middle, but if you have patience, you know, that bottom was where it was at. You just had to have the patience. You know, I went up top for a little while, and then I heard somebody sneaking up on me, and I knew I had a good rhythm going, so I just moved back down to the bottom and, you know, just kept telling myself, hey, be patient, be patient.
Yeah, most definitely. And, Bo, I know this is a fairly special win for you of sorts because your good friend who unfortunately passed away, you know, quite a while ago here, Kevin Doty, you're running tribute colors to him. I mean, just tell us what that's like to run these midget and sprint cars with Kevin Doty's paint scheme.
Oh, it's awesome. You know, I got to thank, you know, Wyatt Wolf Jr. I don't know if he's tuning in, but he's done all my paint jobs for all my open wheel cars, and I sent him the picture of Kevin's car, and Kevin was a great midget driver and a great friend and won a lot of races. And I said, you know, hey, I said, do whatever you want to do with the design. Just give me the color scheme correctly. And it's kind of ironic. Wyatt came up with a tribal flame type color scheme, and that was something Kevin used to have flames on his helmet all the time. So I think it's a paint job that I think he'd be proud of, and I think I gave her a ride tonight. Kevin was always real good on slick tracks, and I think I gave the 50 car a ride tonight that he would have been proud of as well.
Yeah, most definitely. And Bo, I know you're the one that runs this deal, but I know you got some other guys to thank, man. Hell of a job tonight. Go ahead and give him a big shout out, brother.
I got to thank Justin, Brett, you guys up in the booth. I'm sorry, I know there's a new guy up there, but the name is escaping me. Mike Keaton, thank you. He's up there. I hope he enjoyed the racing. ETV Live, been awesome. But the big one I got to thank Kenny Brown, Power Eye, and True Speed Motorsports. True Speed originally had the Power Eye deal. We joined forces and are making one gigantic series out of it, and we're looking forward to a really good finish of the point season. I'm really looking forward to 2013 with the Chili Bowl starting it off middle of January or so, and SimProRacing.com, TrueSpeedMotorsports.com. Check them out. ETV Live. That's where the action's at. We got the dirt racing covered over here.
Yeah, most definitely. That was Bo Brunig, driver of the number 50 Sesco Pepsi Mopar there. And JD, I'm going to send it to you, brother, man. This was some heck of racing tonight, man.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I love this dirt racing stuff. Always a pleasure to come over here. SimPro Racing, this is what it's all about, cowboy. Power Eye Racing, they're involved. True Speed Motorsports involved over here. I'll tell you what, cowboy, ain't no better if you want to go dirt racing right here at SimPro Racing, SimProRacing.com. Hey, but that ain't all, cowboy. Tomorrow night, we join Real Sim Racing back in the saddle again. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's going to be the bad boy John Wesling's backyard, cowboys. Tune in tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m., ETV Live on the Stock Car Channel. Hey, don't forget, OpenPaddock.net, another premiere on Tuesday night, 9 p.m., Don't miss that one. The ETV Live radio show, up and running, cowboy, 24-hour rock and roll music, live broadcast every time there's a race. So, hey, it's happening. ETV-eplay.net. Hey, for Brett Wheeler, Michael Keaton, Justin Rosenau, John the Bad Boy Westling, Bo Brunig, and the whole crew here at SimPro Racing. That's it from Belclair, and we'll catch you next time.